Yo, welcome back to the Mission to Wealth podcast. I'm your host, Tim Yu, and I got a crazy guest for you guys today. This guy's name is Connor. He is a super young entrepreneur and absolutely crushing it in the wholesale flipping space. He also, with his brothers, just started a new company, and I cannot wait to dive into this. So without further ado, let's get into it. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, man. It's a beautiful Saturday. I'm so thankful to be on this with you. Let's just have a great conversation.
Dude, I love it, man. So let's tell everybody in the audience listening right now who you are and what you're about.
Wonderful. So first, I like to identify myself as a Rueca. That's our last name.
Yes,
I'm a
sir.
brother of five brothers. We have a little sister, so there's six of us. It's us four blood brothers, and then we have a first cousin. He's a brother. Well, we all run the real estate acquisition, wholesaling, all of that good stuff, that business together. And we're all in our 20s, 19, I'm 21, 23, 25, and 29. So we're super young. We've been in the game for around 2.5 years. And essentially for us, it's just a playground for us. So we understand that we're going to find our main success and our glory when we're high 20s, 30s. So right now we are just like burning the fire essentially and making ourselves stronger, forging ourselves to be the people that we want to be as fast as possible.
I freaking love that message because I think I met you maybe a year ago. And the first thing that I noticed was your freaking energy, bro. Right? So much positive energy. And I love your story because there are so many people out there that are 18, 19 years old trying to get started in real estate or trying to start something entrepreneurial and they don't know how to do it. So can you kind of dive into like how you and your brothers kind of just said, screw it. Let's go sell some real estate, bro.
That's a good question. That's a long one. You don't mind if I go into it?
Yeah, just chop it up a little bit.
Okay, so essentially, when I got into college, freshman year, and this is like during COVID, I wanted to be a CEO, but climb the corporate ladder. My mom and my dad, they're in corporate. That's all I knew. But my best friends, all of their fathers were entrepreneurs. Their mothers were even entrepreneurs. And I didn't live at home. I actually lived at my friend's house. So I always got that, advice from them. And I always got that advice from home at my mom and dad's house. But essentially, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to school and I'm going to get good grades and do what I have to do as a student. And then I got into a room with some young entrepreneurs who were doing startups, like just out of the blue, out of proximity, from the grace of God, got into the room and they were telling me like, Connor, if I fail this startup, I'm never going to get a job. I'm going to do another startup. I'm going to do another startup. So they tell me that every day because they were like in the very beginning stages. They probably had under 50 clients, so they're not huge. And I would go to my mom and I'd be like, Mom, I'm never going to get a job. I'm never going to get a job. I just transferred that message to my people and they thought I was like, interesting. Like, where did this come from? And, as a high schooler going to college, I was doing some small business stuff, hustling, kind of like the small cash stuff, sell little
Yeah.
things to local people. But then I was like, I need to actually get into real business. Fast cash goes quick. So I need to build a real business. And this is the craziest part of the story. I came back from the Philippines, searched up, how do I get into real estate? First thing that comes up is wholesaling. I search up how to get into wholesale real estate. This is within, guys, I'm going to tell a story. This is within 2 hours. I didn't know anything about real estate. I searched up that button. I pressed search. The first thing that comes up is TTP, Brent Daniels, Wholesaling Inc. I click, and I didn't know what funnels were at the time. I click, put my information in. They're going to give me a free script. 10 minutes later, I get a call from my mentor now, Ryan Thornton, great guy. I get a call from him. He's like, yo, you just entered some information. Are you trying to get into wholesale real estate?
That was fast.
And exactly. So, it's obviously a funnel sales process. I'm eating very weird meal, but I'm going to just explain. I'm sitting at the dining table. I'm eating spaghetti with watermelon. Very weird, but that's just how it is when, you're just home, no parents,
Yeah.
you're seeing the leftovers. I'm eating, get that call. I'm talking to Ryan. He's like, Brent Daniels, he's the Michael Jordan of wholesaling real estate programs. And I agreed. but it's a sales process. So he's selling me on it. Within 2 hours, no, not within 2 hours, within 30 minutes, he's pitched me. He's told me, he's like, all right, the program's 4.5K. It's 6K. I had $1,000 in my bank account. And he said 4.5 now, paid in total, or 6K over time. My dad is a finance guy. Like, he will back me up if I needed money. He will support me. And I said, look, let me call my dad. Called my dad. My dad goes, that seems like a great program, but I think you should get a deal first. Get a deal first. Go on YouTube, learn it, YouTube University, and then go back and pay that. I was bummed out. I thought my dad would come to me and be like, let's do it. I trust you. Let's do it. But he didn't know I had previous business experience with like hustling. He didn't know about all that stuff, which is totally okay. But I ended the phone, bummed out. I didn't even call my mom. I didn't even tell my mom I was in this business until I got my first deal 6 months later. But I call back Ryan and I'm like, I'm about to do the most riskiest thing in my life, but I trust you. And I said, let's do the 6K, 2K every single month.
Yeah.
My dad doesn't know. My mom doesn't know. I'm doing this because I know I'm going to, profit. I know I'm going to succeed. And I paid for it. So within 2 hours of learning, of pressing that button, how to get into real estate, I'm already 6K in debt.
Hell yeah.
To myself. And then from there, like, obviously you guys know, you do the cold calling, single dialing. I did it for 6 months with no money. Marketing was still being paid, but from other sources. And then I finally landed my first deal. But like, it's honestly all about putting yourself against the wall. Like, I had 7K, 6K was going to go straight to this thing. I was just moving into a new house. So I'm renting for $700 a month. I'm paying for my own food. My parents don't support me financially because I don't ask them, and they don't need to worry about me. They already have 5 kids. So I just put myself in that situation. I was like, all right, Connor, you're not stopping until you make money.
Dude, first off, I love the action taking because you made a huge bet on yourself. Now, obviously, I'm not telling people to take a huge risk.
Do that.
But if you really look at a lot of people's success, right, there is a moment in your life that you take a leap of faith, right? Like, I also joined a membership program, right? Like our mentorship coaching program, and it cost at the time $8,500. And when I told people later on how much money I spent, they were mind blown. Why would you spend that much money on a random thing? And I asked them this question, and you're going to school. I went through school. You guys spent $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 on a 4-year degree to get a $5,000 pay raise, like a year, and your annual salary will go up $5,000. We've paid what? Your program was $6,000. I paid $8,000, and we've both paid even more money later on. We are generating way more return from the money that we've spent in the program just for education, the networking, meeting like-minded individuals, successful business owners. And you don't see it unless you believe in yourself. And I love that you were like, I'm going to spend this money, but I'm going to make this crap back. So how much was your first deal? How much did you make on that?
The first deal was like, thank God. Like, seriously, thank God. I spent 6K on the program, and it was just me doing this business. All my brothers were in school, but the first check that came in, it took 6 months. I locked it up in month 3. It went through probate, and I was able to assign it and profit $65,000. So it got 10x. And there's something in the Bible. The Bible says, trust God, he will 10x your investment, or 10x whatever you sacrifice to him. So that's why I always give the grace to God.
Dude, that is crazy, bro. Right? Okay, so you crushed that first deal. Now you're feeling it. What happened next? Like, what made you think like, okay, bro, like this is it for me. Let's grow this.
Got around the right people. I met a guy named Leo Valentino. He said, Connor, you made money. You've done it. This is around like deal number 2. My first 2 deals closed in the same week.
Mm.
So it was a 65 and a 40. So I just like, I went from, yeah, I went from 0 to like
6 figures.
6 figures. Leo said, you made your money, you got the proof of concept, hire someone. So I went and got a VA from Upwork as fast as possible, set up the systems. And then my brother just graduated, Alec Rueca. He's the one 2 years older than me. He just landed a sales job at a software company in Silicon Valley. Well paid. He still has to get through the training, but he got in. And I said, bro, don't do that. Like, I want you to do it because I know you'll get growth out of it, but I want you to just join my team. So he went to go train for like a month. And I was like, just join me. Just trust me. You know, like he just went to Colorado Boulder, which is like 30-40K a year. So he needs to make his first year worth it. And I said, bro, we're gonna pay off your debt. We're gonna make your money. We're gonna make the family money this year, like this summer. And I'm just gonna add some context around this. This was during the time where everyone was getting laid off. So my dad, even though he's been at the corporation for over 12 years, at a high position, very high position, his company just got bought by a bigger company. And, you know, you just have to consolidate, right? They had 3 people in the same position. They went with one, the youngest and the cheapest. So my dad had just got laid off. So like our family, we're good financially. We live to our means. But I told Ali, I was like, dude, this is the year we take over the Rueca name. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And as the years and months went by, Reed joined, then Grant joined, then
I know.
Anthony joined. Like we all just joined, you know, after each other. And, you know, once you get that proof of concept, you have to keep going. You
Yeah,
have to.
you do, man. You do. And I love how you bring up Leo's name too, man. Absolutely amazing person. He's also helped me out a lot in my journey as well, just growing as a person. Because I think a lot of people, and you know especially too, is that we do all these crazy things in the entrepreneur space, and sometimes we forget to like care about ourselves. And I think that it was the biggest message that he gave me was, bro, like you can make all this money in the world, but you're not working out. You're not hanging out with your wife. You're not happy. Like I was miserable, bro, like when he first met me. So, you know, a lot of times, like I think I love your story because you understand the importance, like the true importance of it, and like why you're actually doing this stuff. You know, it's for your family. It's for, you know, it's more than just about the money, man. So I love that. So how long have you been in? So, you know, I'll chop this all out. So while we're kind of talking about businesses, I know you started a new endeavor with your brothers. Can you kind of tell us what you're cooking and how that's looking right now?
Of course. So right now, I'll give some context to why it happened. So we did start a new business. It is called Closer Control. And the reason how that came about was there's 5 of us in the real estate business.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot, right? We're doing novations, wholesaling. We're doing only very small flips. And then we're taking down creative and selling lease options. But like you can operate that off 3 people and some employees. I'm a control freak as well. That's my weakness as an entrepreneur. I love just like monitoring and seeing everything. And, you know, I guess it could be trust issues, but, you know, no one has ever crossed me in my family. But essentially, we went to the Philippines last 2 months ago. And the whole thing was like, Connor needs to get out of this business so we can all grow.
Mm.
So like that obviously hurts my ego. But who cares? It's family and it's business and it's a playground, like I said. So I was like, that is so fair. Like I love the hustle. I love like turning from 0 to 6 figures. 6 figures to 7 figures is what I'm working on, but I know my brothers are better at 6 figures to 7 figures.
Yeah.
So they were like, all right, Connor, let's find a new venture for you. Let's get something rock and rolling. And then all of us just go up in positions synchronously. And now everyone's in new positions, new responsibilities, and we're all becoming the true entrepreneur as a 20-year-old. So I was like, cool, I can figure that out. And I wanted to stay in the real estate space and I love sales. So I was like, real estate sales, and I have a gift of being technical, not programming technical, but I love just like systems. Like I really do like
Yeah.
systems and building it out. I'm not an integrator though. Like to be completely honest, I'm not an integrator, but I love studying the systems. So I was like, real estate, sales, systems, CRM, help wholesalers or customer relationship management tool, help wholesalers get more deals. Like I feel like I can find my value there. And that's how we came out with Closer Control. It's just a
Okay.
CRM that's built on Go High Level. It's a white label. And we're solely focused on lead nurture through, automating tasks, automations that just make life easier for a salesperson.
Yeah, amazing. So like since you're on Go High Level and it's a white level, is there like the AI integration to it where it's like the auto text bot and stuff like that?
Yes. So we got some good stuff with AI. We got some good lead generation, not lead generation. Let's say like gathering more info on a lead. So like we got a bot for lenders, have a bot for buyers, have a bot for agents, and then sellers. And
Okay.
it's more of a first touch bot. It's not like a bot where like, okay, Tim, like we have a relationship already. Like I throw a bot on you. Like it doesn't work like that. It's like, Tim, you're a lender or you're an agent and we haven't talked on the phone yet, but let's get the ball rolling on text. So that's how we have the bot working.
Okay.
A lot of other cool stuff is being built out, but like in terms of AI, that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, I want to hear more about like, well, before I touch base on that side, like I want to talk about for if you're a wholesaler, and you've been in the game for a couple of months and you've generated leads, it gets messy. So I wanted to kind of talk about why it's so important to have a customer relationship manager or CRM for a wholesale business.
Great question. I know because I used to use Mojo Dialer as my CRM.
Bro.
I'm sure a lot of people used to use Mojo Dialer. It was a good dialer, and then
Yeah.
there's like a CRM, but you can't text out of there. You can't do anything out of there. You can only schedule like follow-ups. And when we moved into a CRM, like an actual CRM, we were able to communicate with our clients or sellers without even being in like working on our business or in front of our computer.
Yeah.
So you're right. It gets so messy. When you have a good marketing machine, you could be bringing like 10 to 50 leads per day. Now, if you even have 3 salespeople who are like closing and qualifying, you can't even get through all those leads every day.
No, you can't, man.
You can't. Like people like to say like, oh, like, we're getting like 30 contacts a day. They're probably working like full time meaning like 12 to 14 hours. But like the people that are working like 8 to 9 hours, which would be like your employees, they're really only getting like 15 to 20 conversations per day on a good day.
Right. Like real conversations.
That's what I mean. Like, and people like to say like, dude, no, we're getting 40 conversations per salesperson. I'm like, I don't even know if that's possible, but I'm interested.
Impossible. Yeah.
Well, there, when you have a good marketing machine, it ends up to be doing, it ends up as you get leads per day, 30, 40 leads per day, it gets bottlenecked if you don't have a CRM. So like for us, how we do that is one, we have great organization. And then two, once a lead comes in, they're getting texted, not by me manually, but they're getting put into an automation. We call it 10 days in heaven. People call it 10 days in hell. People call it just 10 days. I don't like any of those names. 10 days in heaven. And this is just a drip campaign where like people, your sellers are being contacted without us actually calling them. So now we're having, you're right, 15 to 20 conversations per day, but we're actually touching 30 to 40.
Yes. I agree, man. And also, if anybody has been doing inbound marketing, right? So obviously, when most gurus or most coaches, when you first join like a mentorship or a wholesale course, they're going to say, if you have no money, you're going to cold call, right? Or you're going to text, which I don't recommend texting, in my opinion. But when you're calling or texting as an outbound lead, so you are disrupting someone's day, And Connor will attest to this, like I'll attest to this. When you start making more money in the business, you need to start shifting. Start shifting your focus to inbound. So people are contacting you, and you'll get people on a Sunday night at 2 a.m. They are stressed out. They are crying about something about their house, and they will fill out your website. Okay. If someone is that desperate to fill out a website at 2 a.m. on a Sunday, they are also filling out 6 other websites.
Mm.
Because of Closers Cafe or a go high level white label CRM, that lead that I'm filling out at 2 a.m, we will be the first person to text that person. Hey, you filled out a form 1 minute ago about selling your property. How quick are you trying to sell it? Bro, speed to lead, right? You always hear this term, speed to lead. That is why it's so freaking important to have something like this in your tool bag, right? So yeah, awesome, man. Great product. And I think it's super important to close more deals.
Inbound is wonderful. I'll be fully transparent. We're about to go full, like all marketing dollars on PPC and PPL, and then we're just going to be single dialing,
Yeah,
cold
like
calling
niche.
data.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
that's all because we did the bottleneck. Like even like 3-4 weeks ago, 30 days ago, we had 8 cold callers in house. And
I
they were
know.
bringing in like 30, 40 leads per day. Like people actually raising their hand saying that, saying, I want to sell, or I want an offer, or I'm interested. And we got 3 salespeople. So like that was just overwhelming them. In addition, it's just not quality. Like these
Correct.
people that are answering the phones are just like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm interested. But like our best lead generation strategy right now is pay per lead. Like we're spending like 10K on pay per lead right now. So we're shifting essentially that 10K budget. We're moving it up to 15 for inbound. 5K is going to PPO. K is going to inbound Google ads.
Okay. Yeah, because we were using a lot of PPO. We were doing direct mail, but we weren't really getting good results in direct mail until we shifted direct mail as well, right? So I think a big thing in this business is you have to pivot. You have to pivot in marketing. You have to pivot in this wholesale business. And we were doing bulk direct mail to certain zip codes. And now we're doing it's like kind of what you guys are doing. We're going very niche, right? Very niche where it's like county record data, something like that. And we'll send mailers to them because when they do see that letter, they're more likely to be like, oh my gosh, like I haven't paid my mortgage in like 6 months. Like maybe I'll call these guys, right? But yeah, that's freaking awesome, man. So how are you guys live right now for your Closers Cafe or Closer CRM, or do you guys need some more time in it?
No, so we are 100% live. It's called Closer Control,
Closer
just so
Control,
you know.
thank you.
Closer Control. I like Closer.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool. I might have like a community called Closers Cafe.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why cafe was like burned into my brain, but the Closers Cafe is kind of cool.
That is cool. Thank you for that. But we are 100% live. We spent around 2 months building it, and we went live around 45 to 60 days ago.
Amazing.
We're not doing anything crazy. What the thing about the CRM business I'll share in case anyone like jumps into it is, as you can tell, there's not that much market share. Like in terms of like ads and like people getting in front of you, like it's the big ones, Podio, RE Simply, but like you got to customize those yourself. So
Yeah,
for
I'm a
us,
Podio guy, and it's
yeah.
horrible.
No, but it's like if you get it built out the right way and you have an actual person that you can go to every time to get it
Yep.
fixed, free game. The whole point is just to have a CRM. It doesn't really matter which CRM, but you have to have a good CRM.
Yeah, and something that you know how to use. Because Podio, when we first did Podio integration, we were effed for like 30 days. Bro, kid you not? We transferred into Podio, and we had like 6 inbound leads from PPL on day one, like when we turned it back on, and we were just like, oh, man, I don't even want to talk about it. It was so bad. We lost like all those deals too. We were like, oh my god, like I was out of town, and like my acquisition managers were like, I don't know where to find stuff. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's awesome, man. So what we're gonna do, obviously, like when we do your spotlight, we'll talk about where to find you and stuff, and we'll add all those links down in the description so you guys can check out like all the things that they're doing. This is the part of the show where we want to spotlight you, bro. So what are you working on other than like, the wholesale biz, whatever? What do you need in your business? And then ultimately, where can people find you?
Question: what do I need in this business? I think right now we need to get really serious on this
Okay.
because we messed up. We made some mistakes because we're young and we're dumb, but we spend a lot of our cash on houses.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that a lot of people do. Like, they make a lot of money on wholesale business or any type of income, and then they end up spending it. And then they're like, shoot, I totally forgot that was for marketing in 3 months, right?
Yeah.
But like we did spend a lot of it, and like right now we just need to raise money.
Yep.
So
Okay.
we're a full operating team. We got 4 brothers in the real estate business. I'm focusing on closer control. But we're taking down a lot of creatives. I have a challenge with Andrew Schlag. I have to and I will acquire 10 properties by the end of the year.
How many do you have now?
5.
Okay. You got some time. You
I
could
have
do it.
some time. So
Okay. I'm
we're
looking at it right
generating the
now.
leads. We're generating the leads, but we do want to raise money. And, for us, we always go for the best deal. So we're not, when we're going to be raising money, hopefully it's not too much, but like, we obviously want to have a deal where we make money. Whoever is lending us some money is
Yeah, for sure.
possibly making money. Any other parties involved making money. So first thing, we need to raise money. I would love to have a chat with you. I would love for you to meet my whole family, maybe, and get inside of our family, see what we're all about. And I guess another thing would be I want to surround myself around marketers, like true marketers, whether it's Facebook, Google. We're in the real estate. If you're wholesaling, your business is not real estate.
It's like 85% marketing, bro. And then
Yep,
sales.
exactly. Like, because there's wholesaling for phones, there's wholesaling for cups, and it's all marketing and sales. Real estate is just the vehicle that you're sitting in. It's just, the make of the brand of the vehicle. So I want to surround myself, be in proximity of marketers, and also talk to more people who just have cash and is willing to invest
Park
in our
that.
family
Yeah.
houses.
Love that, bro. I love that. So where can people reach you, man?
So I'm on Instagram. My nickname is Capable Connor. Like, you're a capable person. Capable Connor with an E. And it's the same for all of my socials. And then if you just searched up Rueca, Rueca, you could probably find me, Alec, Grant, Anthony, and Reed. We're all on social media. It's definitely a handful to catch us all, but we're just down to earth guys. We live in California. We live together, so we're always together. And yeah, that's where you guys can find me.
I love that, bro. Man, I appreciate your time, man. And I'm excited to just always see how much you're growing, bro. And every time I talk to you, there's always something new. So I'm absolutely proud of you. And I thank you for coming on the show today, man.
Thank you for having me.